Good evening. Think back to being a child and visiting your grandparents' home. Now, envision the furniture and decor arrangements in that home. Is there a piece of furniture that you can remember held a sacred and unspoken rule of not being touched or played near? The history of curio cabinets can be traced back as far as the 18th century and is of significant importance in my culture as well as in my family. The curio cabinet has been around for years and has been passed down from generation to generation. Today, I will discuss with you the history and purpose of curio cabinets, the evolution of curio cabinets from the 18th century to now, as well as the significance of curio cabinets in my family, as well as entities such as museums. I'll start by discussing the history and purpose of curio cabinets. Also known as cabinets of curiosity, curio cabinets can be dated back to the Renaissance era according to fine wood designs. Shown here is a curio cabinet from the 1700s displaying artifacts. Curios or curiosity cabinets were and still are used to store and house trinkets and collectibles for display to be viewed by visitors. According to Howes, the trinkets and collectibles housed in curio cabinets are often related in theme, creating a meaningful collection to its owner. In this photo, the cabinet's theme is items from the sea. From the Renaissance era until now, curio cabinets have evolved immensely. Fine wood displays shows that curios were the size of an entire room during the Renaissance era. Look how large that is. However, over time, curio cabinets have evolved into simpler and much smaller glass display cabinets. However, curio cabinets have always been for the purpose of displaying and protecting the trinkets and collectibles items that they house, and that characteristic remains unchanged. Curio cabinets can still be used for personal collections, but they are now also used in museums to display exhibits as well as artifacts to the public, according to Curio Cabinet article. As you can guess, the piece of furniture at my grandparents' house that held the sacred and unspoken rule of not being touched was the curio cabinet. Curio cabinets are where my grandmother has always kept her finest china and glass pieces that she collected and still collects to this day. My grandmother's use of curio cabinets can be compared to a museum's use of curio cabinets. That's right, museums also use curio cabinets. Like museums, my grandmother uses the curio as a display and asks that visitors and children not observe the items with their hands, but with their eyes only. Also, the items that my grandmother collects and keeps in her curio cabinets all hold a special story to her, as well as in museums. Curio cabinets are a way for my grandmother to express herself in her home, and because of this, she asked that children not touch or play around it. My grandmother also plans to pass her curio down to her children, who will then pass it down to their children. Cabinets of Curiosity states that curio cabinets were also a way for artists and collectors to express themselves by displaying their collections in museums. Curio cabinets can be described as a collector's sanctuary. So, in conclusion, I have shared with you all the very important and significant item in my family and culture, which is a curio cabinet. Not only is this curio cabinet of grave importance and significance in my culture, but it has been around since the 18th century and has constantly evolved to be of grave importance to many others in American culture. So I hope that you will consider maybe starting a curio cabinet of your own. But if you see a curio cabinet that is maintained by someone, please remember to either ask them to explain the significance of the trinkets and the collectibles that they keep, or just leave it alone.